Hello, my friends, and willkommen to another episode of Chateau du Cavignac, our journey to become the finest producer of Bordeaux wines from Lagos, Nigeria. If you don't remember, we have these three cities available. Lagos being the lowest real wage. That's why all of our industries are here. R&D centers, unfortunately, do not benefit from that. These two guys here. But at least the industry does. Rio is the largest population, so in theory, the largest market. And Helsinki, even though it's the richest, it is the smallest population. Lots of pros and cons to be considered. And our logo is, of course, a Bordeaux wine being poured into the glass, that fine arc there. But we have a little bit of thinking to do, as this is our third season. We don't know what our next steps will be, but I do have some considerations to be taken when we look at the financials of our business. So in the last episode, again, we went through 2.0 years, and on May, again, our revenue per year was of 217 million. That's a growth of 27%. That's awesome because an additional, 47 million. I'm not too shabby. Our gross margin increased. Our selling expenses decreased, and our G&A decreased as well. That means our profitability exploded from 5 to 12.9%, and that pretty much is written down here when we look at 30.7 million. There are lots of opportunities are opening up as we improve profitability. And our net profit also went up as well to 22.8 million per year. As for our net cash position, we have 38 million in cash and 82 million in loans. That means our net debt position is of 43.6 million with a last 12-month EBITDA or an operating profit of 30.4 million. That means our leverage is 1.4. That's actually pretty low. But I wouldn't say it's actually really low. I would say that our profitability is on the top level. I don't know if I can sustain that, especially with the opportunities that we're opening and the new businesses, the new journeys that we want to explore. But I do not complain that it's at 1.4 times. Remembering that 3 times is more or less the reference that you want for a high leverage. You don't want to pass 3 times. Okay, so some things to take into consideration. We just went through a new scoop of R&D projects being completed. That means that our R&D centers are all zeroed out in terms of project completion. And what I will mention is that within this situation that we have 30 million in yearly profits, 38 million in cash, and lots of space to grow, I actually want to start to produce cola because when we look at our markets, we have these 4 products, one of which is always a third-party product, tell by the color, it's coming in from the seaport. And seaports are always cruel. They'll creep up the cost as soon as they start to sell too much. So I want to eliminate this dependency. I want to sell the products that we produce ourselves to make sure that doesn't happen. And that's chewing gum for Lagos. Look at Rio. We're talking about detergent. You see, we have 40 cents of profit. And we think about Helsinki, we're talking about frozen chicken. It's about 30 cents. So I do want to produce cola. But before we do that, I noticed one fatal error. Looking at our grape juice, we have this curious situation that this unit of manufacturing, it's not grape juice, I'm sorry, canned corn. So canned corn has this curious situation where this manufacturing unit has 0 occupation, capacity utilization rate, this unit as well, and this one is at 100%. Our sales units are actually okay. I simply forgot to link these two. So my bad, things happen. Now, as for our tech, so we just completed a full cycle of technology, and I want to enter the business of cola. That means that I think it's very worth focusing on short-term products, at least for cola. So that means that I have 30 million in profit. I can definitely spare a few million here for a new R&D center exclusively for Cola. So what I will do is relocate and duplicate just to produce this unit right here. And instead of this format, I'm going to a 9-cell unit. And I will begin R&Ding with this CapTech, right? That's the name I'm giving. So it's CapTech C, because big name just covers my whole screen. And then I will begin researching the cola. Instead of 2 years, I'm actually going to do should do a 6-month or should do a 1 year. I believe I will complete this industry in 6 months. So I'm going to do a 6-month project. I'll actually start training this unit and training the others as well. But now that we're here, I don't need to research cola in this unit as well. Overlapping units do not aggregate value. I'll terminate you and restart wine, this time for 2 years, and I will begin training as well. And why not with this one as well? You have money. Got to put it to good use. Okay. So I'm going to put time going on slowly over time. That makes sense, kind of. And let's take a look. So grapes, unfortunately, are not selling to anybody else. Corn was not grapes as well. Maybe I can decrease the cost here. Are in a profit, right? So 70 cents. Why not? Why not? Why not? We're producing wine with Cavignac. So let's start our factory for corn syrup. What kind of size of factory I need for corn syrup? I'm going to make a dedicated factory for this. So I think a small will do. You only need 1 purchasing unit to make 3 manufacturings. You bring in our corn, connect them all up. And for now, I'll go with 1 sales. I actually don't think I need these. Sorry guys, I wasted a little bit of money. Hopefully that'll be enough. On speed 3, do this as Colignac Syrup LLC, Limited Liability Corporation. So here's our corn syrup. I'm going to charge 15 cents without internal sales setup, and we'll keep an eye if this supply is enough. So that's one step. The next step is clearly a factory to produce cola. I believe 1 large factory won't be enough. There'll be 2. We're talking about beverages again, so I'm going to take this format. It looks like it has little cans. Where do I have enough space for? I would probably need 2 factories and a warehouse. So I'm actually going to produce it right here. Sure, why not? And what do I need for cola? I actually don't remember. So let's take a look at beverages, cola, 2 inputs. And for 2 inputs, that means we have input. Oh god, inventory again. I did that again. One day I'll learn. One day I will learn. I'm going to put the sales unit on the bottom. I will not forget these links this time. Purchasing, bring in the aluminum, and bring in the corn syrup. Cola is coming up. Advertising, note sales. Got our cola going on. I don't know, put it up to open sales. Now we're talking about Colignac Cola. Don't sue me. I'm not very creative. Okay, so as for this unit right here, we are selling chewing gum. It brings a profit of 34,000. Will I be able to get a little bit more profit from cola? We will find out. Let's let that trickle down. I don't want to lose that inventory. I will actually decrease prices because I don't care. Get that inventory zeroed out. And chewing gum here as well. Where am I? Chateau Cola. Getting share, but I do not care because we are going to get out of this market. Where is my world map here? Anyway, there we go. So let's go to Rio. Let's begin replacing these products. So wine, canned corn, detergent. I do not want detergent. 160,000 profits had decreased. Let's go ahead and go with all cities and cola. Well, until that reaches minimal level. Oh, our R&D of cola is complete. 63. That's actually better than what we had before. No, that was actually, we were going from 53 to 70 something. So 6 months was as ideal as it could be, but I do want to begin a new cycle of D. Cola, and for 1 year this time. Let's go to 81 quality. How are we doing for now? Okay. Supply seems to be okay. Let's go back to Rio. We're replacing our stores with detergents for cola. And then I'll see. Oh, we have a third store in Rio that we need to replace. Let's do that right now. Cola. Let time go by a bit. Purchasing cola went down to 8. Lost the level. Interesting. Only have 3 in Rio, 2 in Lagos. That's what we truly have. When you think about local competitors at 44, I can't sell a single unit if I'm selling at that price. So we had to, decrease our price for cola. For now, 56 overall rating. I believe that'll be enough. 44. Increase that a bit. And I think I will. Let's go back to Rio. Now that all 3 stores are replaced, they're actually selling cola. We have overall rating of 20 versus 50. Milk to milk. The cost is 58 cents here because I paid for a lot of freight to bring stuff from Nigeria to Rio. And we are actually moving units. It's good. But now that we have cola, we can start advertising. That is very important because this product is hugely driven by brand. Look at this. 40% of concern is brand, only 12 high quality. You don't care what cola you're drinking, you care the brand you're drinking. So let's advertise us in Lagos as well. And finally, Helsinki got to bring in cola instead of frozen chicken. It's only 17,000 profit. I can't care less. So let's that go on. Frozen chicken, swap it to cola. And then I will actually decrease prices here to make sure that it goes out rather quickly. A little bit of profit. And let's let that go on for a little while. Interest rates are going down. That's good for an indebted company just as ours. And we gotta keep an eye on our supplies. So canned corn, these guys are producing all they can. It seems to be not enough, but we are trading. That's good. Cola, we have excess supply. I was not expecting that. I thought cola would actually be a huge demand product because we look at the size of the market. Yeah, let's look at products. Beverage. Cola is a 14 million market. It's huge. I think we don't have the reach yet, but as soon as our brand starts picking up, we will get there. And another thing I would like to mention, if we look at corporate details of our brand, we see that we're almost at 100 in brand rating in wine in Lagos. That means that our advertising level is still adequate. We have 59% of brand awareness, which comes from short-term advertising. And in the long term, quality builds up brand loyalty. So hopefully we will improve our quality, make this number increase, and that'll contribute to a higher brand rating. As soon as this hits 100, we have to decrease our advertising expenditure. So Lagos is there, Rio is here at 84 for our grape products. Noise and Helsinki, still getting there. We just began our advertising, but it is improving very dramatically. Ooh, got a new aluminum deposit in Lagos. That's good because we only have one source. Over here, we only have one A occupied. Now we have the second. But the first one is occupied by our partner. We are purchasing aluminum from them. I don't know what's going on. Why are they losing profit? However, the price is at 46 cents. That's good. It was 80 something just a while ago. So I got to keep an eye on that. So the fact that we have a second source means that if we ever need to diversify our source of aluminum, we can actually go in and invest in aluminum rather than paying an exorbitant value just for one input of a nascent product. With that said, I also have another issue, which is Lagos only has 2 retail stores. When you look at the demand, we have quite a lot of market share for grape juice, quite a lot for wine, but almost halfway for the other 2 new products. I think we have some space for a third store. Let's make sure that I have advertising for all 3 products, and in Helsinki as well. We do not. There we go. So let's take a look at pricing for cola. Still not an adequate overall rating at 21 versus 42, so I've got to reduce the price. Gosh, misclick. 73 cents, 34 versus 42. Okay, finally sold our first products. Now let's go back and cycle through our products because we are at a new level of brand overall rating 99. That is amazing. Not to say fantastic. So amazing level 99 versus 63 versus 71 can definitely increase prices. And when we look at that yellow bar, we have some space to go. So I'm going to increase prices just to make sure that the yellow bar kind of minimizes. And we are still at 85. That's above everybody. So we're going to hugely improve our profitability without negatively impacting our demand to a significant level. So as well as I need to do the same for grape juice, the usual price tweaking. So we are actually above local competitors. Our grape juice has some space for pricing here. So I'm going to squeeze it up. Not that much. Let that yellow show up. 139. That means we are at 63 now. This is 55. Over time, our profitability will increase and we could perhaps even decrease advertising for those products in the future. But now we need to invest for the other 2 products. That's Lagos. Got to do the same for Rio. So wine, 99 to 78. No other competitors. Let's increase prices so long that we continue with the yellow bar visible. And now we're at 89 versus 78. Good. As for grape juice, 70 versus almost 70. Look at those local competitors. They're giving you one heck of a job. I'm going to increase prices just a bit. I think that'll be acceptable. We got R&D for cola complete again. So we're up to go to 93. I'll go for another cycle of 1 year. I do want that 93. And then when we look at products, so our manufacturing is actually coming out at a quality of 72 already. With 12 from the inputs, we could improve this, and 60 from the tech of cola itself. As for the inputs, let's try to see what is limiting us. Corn syrup, 43, aluminum, 81. So it's clearly corn syrup. Corn syrup is being researched. We've got a cycle of 2 years going on, and it will reach 47 to 69. Okay, I'll take that. And as our profitability is increasing, I'll actually most likely build up another R&D center dedicated for, I don't know, maybe grape juice. And then I will be able to add more units to these guys so we can research a little bit more efficiently. So let's go back to Helsinki. I was looking at our price review. Our wines, they're at 80 for quality versus 55 of the others. You try a turn on motion, go ahead, try to compete with us. They're reselling a product. That's interesting. Giving them some profits. Look at these products, then 2 million scale. That's pretty nice. But okay, so we've got a lot of leeway to play here with prices. So I'm actually going to squeeze that yellow bar. It's going to bring us down to 80, but still well above our competition. I like that. Let's do the same for grape juice. 69 versus 43. We've got some space to go as well. Can't go that far. 173. That brings us down to 65. Still pretty much above. Good. So I'm very comfortable with that. We've begun our production of cola. Supply is still sufficient. Start to train it a little bit. Our supply of syrup is sufficient as well. Okay, that's something I was concerned about. Corn, okay, still improving. We're actually producing corn at a quality of 40, but pretty much at the next stage already. Grapes are at 40 as well. And our canned corn cannot keep up, but we are training. I could be required to duplicate this. So I'll actually do that right now because I think it's worth it. So let's produce it here. This is, what do they call it? Chateau du Cavignac & Co. Rename. Colignac Co. I'm actually going to replace that with B, because when you go up to scale, unfortunately, you lose personalization. And let's produce a warehouse. Yeah, large. I don't know. I'm not concerned. I've got a lot of cash. Let's bring in the inputs, storages, and the outputs. I'm going to put 2 just in case. That's my other wine one. It is with 2 outputs. I think that's a good bet. Let's bring in the Chateau du warehouse. Inputs from A and B. I'm gonna make you external sale. Make you pretty cheap, whereas the industries only select ourselves. Let's increase price. Then you will, I'll keep you there. And then we have to go, of course, every single store, replacing our source of canned corn warehouse only. Store 1 in Lagos, store 2 in Lagos, go to Rio, store 1 in Rio, store 2 in Rio, and store 3 in Rio. Nope, look at that. They opened just those darn guys. Our training is pretty much complete over here, right? I'll decrease training here in Rio. As for Helsinki, canned corn from the warehouse, store 1, store 2. And unfortunately, that is all that we have in terms of stores. On Lagos, I think it's a market that can definitely support another store. It's a 3 point. Oh gosh, so many people. As for market value, some will say it should be here. Looking at the map, it seems like it should be around here. Let's go ahead and duplicate the store number 2. Let's find out. If I open it here, 48 index, not bad. If I open it over here, what is this? I saw a big number. 30s. Yeah, it's over here. 48. I'll take it. And how did I name this? So I named it Cavmart Lagos Stadium. This is going to be the Cavmart Lagos soccer field. Way more important than the grade school and the hospital. I apologize. Oh, good. Very good. I'm just going to make sure that prices are all aligned. We are for wine. We are for cola. Good. Very good. So that is about it. I think it's a good episode that we had. We established our cola industries, our cola empire. We're actually being limited by supply. We may have to double that up very soon, even though manufacturing is up to level 2. Our corn syrup is actually on the limit. I may have to duplicate that as well. Serum. Really. You guys are screaming at the screen. I couldn't even hear you. And then our canned corn. Ooh, very nice. Profits are going up. Grape juice. Wine. Do I have to duplicate grape? I do have to duplicate grape juice. Okay, so I need to duplicate grape juice. I need to duplicate cola. And I need to duplicate our branch here of manufacturing of corn syrup. But overall, we reached actually 21% of our goal already. It's nice. So we're at 200 million of net worth of our goal to become a billionaire. As for the corporation overview, we're growing up here in terms of cash, annual revenue, and annual profit. We're up to 2/3 more or less. That's nice because revenue, the leader is Windspeed, but they have less profit. And revenue, wow, Eternal Motion is also big, but it's half of our profit. And then half of the overall top profit. Circle Cross, however, does have the most cash, does not have the most revenue, but has this crazy profit. It's like insane level of profitability. Let me take a look at their products. 50% of those same products as last time, and compact cameras at 95% profit margin. Very admirable. As for our products, we have good profitability in grapes and wine. They're increasing because we have fantastic, amazing, stupendous R&D. Grape juice, well, grapes is actually more than the others. Grape juice is actually quite deteriorated, but I think I need to increase our manufacturing throughput here to increase profitability. Organic corn, it's improving. It's at 29. Cola is in a very satisfactory 40%, and corn as well. It's a semi-product, but it's doing pretty good. It's corn syrup as well. Very good. As for our firms, our R&D centers are bleeding. We've got what, 3 units? 3 units. So it's about 6 to 7 million each. But our other units are all profitable. It's paying for the bills. So looking at the graphs, we've got revenue going up, 30-year exploding, expenses exploding, profit exploding as well, reaching the 59 million mark, 60 million. That is huge. Net profit as well and net worth as well. So we thought we were doing pretty good back here, but we didn't know that we would be doing this good today. As for graphs 2, cash trying to be at 90 million. Land and resources, got a lot of inventory, but not increasing that much. Total debt, stable at 82. And R&D expenses are at 16. Do not believe this point. Advertising is increasing. We've got a new product. Now we've got 4 products, so we've got to amplify that by 25% minimum. Training is pretty much up. I do not complain because this is long-term quality throughput and salaries and write-offs. Very, very nice. As for our balance sheet, these are our numbers. Our loans are still at 82 million. Our income statement, last 12-month operating profit is at 58 million. And our net profit is 61. Not too shabby. As for technology, we're improving. 68 for cola. Pretty good for a product that wasn't even being produced up to the previous episode. Grape juice, that is very lackluster. We've got to build up a new R&D center for this. Wine did receive its own dedicated R&D center. It's up to 53. But when you look at target techs, look at that progress. We're almost completing all of them, going to 96 in wine, 61 in grape juice, 66 in corn syrup, 66 in canned corn. That's one step forward. And cola, very advanced, but it's going even more advanced to 86 in about, 9 months. As for advertising, we're still spending all that much, but our brand rating is not at 100 in any of them. So we can definitely continue investing what we are investing, which is pretty much what we were discussing at the beginning of this episode. So dominance, we're third in retail already. We went up a notch. Farming third and manufacturing fifth. I did not expect to be doing that well with just such a focused industry. But we continue to be first in beverage and food, canned corn, which is very unexpected because if you build a farm, you can just start selling eggs, chicken, beef. I would expect the AI to be much stronger here in food. So I'm very pleased with that. This is the ranking. Our financial actions, we have 178 million if you ever want to contract that in loans. That will not be the case. So this is the end of this episode. Thank you very much for following us. And before we go, please appreciate that our wines, they are currently being produced at a quality of 46 out of 100. And even though that's not like 100, it's still not that good as well. So I think our current commercials still work for the Chateau du Cavignac wines, which I'll present to you right now again to reinforce that message that we are still in Lagos producing a low quality wine. Hopefully we'll improve, but that's not today. So a word from our sponsor of ourselves, and I'll see you next time.
Imagine savoring one of the finest Bordeaux made from the best selection of Nigerian grapes.